What's up, everybody? Got Skunk out here cruising around Southern California. Actually had to stop and pull over, put on my sweatshirt, so it's getting a little cold in the breeze. I know some of you guys are gonna freaking hate me for saying that. Right now you're probably saying, oh, poor baby, it's like in the 60s. But now I'm gonna get too hot, figures. Well, a couple of you guys, man, crazy Canadians, and Big Bad Wolf Moto out there riding when there's like 7 feet of snow on the side of the road. It's like in the 20s. That's freaking crazy. We had Auto Tech pointing out the snow on the side of the road for me because I was confused. I didn't know where that white stuff was. I think we got that here once. It was like a little half-inch dusting of snow, and it like melted within like half an hour because it rained. See, around here it's hilarious. Or 2 times getting sent home from school because of snow, and it was like just a little bit of slush on the road. But people around here don't know how to drive in it. So they sent us all home because the roads were going to deteriorate and get dangerous. Seriously, we would never survive if we had Canada weather. Those of you that were wondering, I know I mentioned I haven't been on in a while because, you know, the usual, working way too much. Last time I was on, I mentioned that I had a job interview coming up. So I ended up trading shifts because I was supposed to work on the day they wanted me to interview. I traded shifts to where I was going to work a 48-hour shift. After my 48-hour shift, come home, take a quick nap, then go to my interview. So, not really the ideal way to do it, but kind of doing what I had to do because I really wanted to do this interview. Yeah, and the other thing is I didn't want to come off all needy, like I was never going to be able to accommodate when they need me. So I didn't want to change the interview. So the day before, I'm at work, jolly as can be, because, you know, I got my interview coming, finally. So they give me a call the day before, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, what are we doing, just confirming, I guess? Well, the recruiter tells me, hey, I just want to let you know that your interview was declined. So my first thought is, declined? What the hell does that mean? Why would you decline an interview? Seriously. I don't get it. And she tells me, well, that's all I can tell you right now because that's all I know. I'm going, well, crap, was there something wrong with my application? Am I missing some certification that I need to work there? They told me nothing. So luckily, I got a friend that works there. He's the one that wanted me to apply. And I talked to him later on that day, and he went and talked to his boss. Went and talked to the guy that was supposed to interview me. Got right back to me and said, dude, don't worry about it. He declined it because he's going to be out of town that day. Which, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. We got somebody, it's just a huge healthcare company like all across the country. So basically, the person that scheduled the interview is a recruiter that's in some other state. And I guess they do it like through Google Calendar or something. So when they hooked me up with the interview, it sent him as Google Calendar, hey, interview on this date, this such time. Do you accept or decline? He declined it because it wasn't going to be in town. So, you know, information that would have been nice to know so I wouldn't stress out, but oh well. So the next week, I get a call from, actually a text from another recruiter and it was talking about some hospital that I didn't apply at for a registered nurse position, which I'm not a registered nurse. So I was thinking that it was one of those job sites that I went on, and I was filling out information because I thought I was applying for a specific job, and it turned out it was a job searching site. And by the time I realized it, I had already submitted a couple screens, so they had all my information, and they've been calling me constantly ever since and won't leave me alone. So I was thinking that's what it was. So I sent her a message back, says, "I'm sorry, I don't know how you got my information, but I'm not a registered nurse." So she sends me a message back and says, no, I'm sorry, I was confused. It's for ER technician. I'm going, oh, okay, well that makes more sense. Problem still being, this is at the wrong hospital, and it's like, 3 hours away from me. So I went ahead and looked it up, and sure enough, the other hospital that she had mentioned is part of this same network of hospitals. Like, alright, maybe I'm getting somewhere. So she hits me up and says, okay, so when are you going to be available so I can call and do a phone interview? And, okay, so I gave her a time, and I'm thinking, this is kind of weird, because nobody had ever mentioned a phone interview before. It was all about on-site interview, and that was it. So I'm like, okay, I'll play along. So we went ahead and had the phone interview. She just asked a few questions. It was nothing really serious. And then says, okay, well, I'd like to schedule you for an on-site interview. And she asks, what's your schedule for the rest of this week? So I tell her my schedule, and sure enough, the days that they want to do interviews are the days that I'm working for the week. So I told her, you know what, go ahead and schedule me on one of those days. I'll get it handled. So she tells me, go ahead, once you get do what you got to do with your schedule. Once you get it freed up, go ahead and send me a text just to make sure, and then I'll schedule you. So this is all going on after I just worked 24 hours of no sleep. I said, okay. So I'm getting things taken care of. Actually, I'm screwing up my own story. She had told me that she would text me and let me know something. Fuck, now I don't remember. I know what it was. I was to text her and let her know that I was able to get the day off. So I texted her, told her I was able to get the day off, and I was kicking it, watching TV, waiting for confirmation, and I fell asleep. When I woke up, I have a message from her saying, okay, so this date and time is good. I send her a text back, and this is like an hour after she'd sent me the text, and my bad, I fell asleep. She sends me a text going, is this time and date good? I'm going, oh yeah, that's perfect, that'll work. I never hear from her again. So I'm getting a little stressed out. I'm not sure where she is in the country, what time she gets off work. So the next day, which was the day I traded to go work, so I'd have the day off after that for the interview, sent her a text in the morning and asked, so am I confirmed? I don't want to just show up and not have an interview. Finally, several hours later, she tells me, yeah, you're confirmed, you got an interview. So this is all leading up to Scott got the job. It's going to be roughly double what I'm making now. So for a couple months, because here there's always a waiting period in California to get benefits from a full-time job. And I know I've talked about my wife and daughter's medical conditions before, so we can't go without medical insurance, which means I'm working 2 full-time jobs until the medical insurance kicks in. Because we also have what's called COBRA. I'm not sure if that's a national thing or a state thing. But what they do is when you leave your job, they offer you Cobra insurance, which is basically you pay out of pocket to keep the coverage that you are being supplied by work. Well, last time I did that, it was in the neighborhood of $2,500 a month that they wanted. And there was no way I could afford that. I told my wife, go ahead and take me off the insurance and see how much it would cost. So she took me off, and somehow that took like $1,000 off how much it would be a month. So still at $1,500 a month. I didn't know how I was going to do it. Unfortunately, I had to cash out my 401k to pay for medical benefits while I was waiting for my benefits to kick in at my current job. But anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you all about. I got a new job starting. I believe in 3 weeks is when my orientation will be. And like I said, double what I'm making now. I still haven't decided if I'm going to stay part-time on the ambulance, not for money reasons, but just go hang out with the boys and have some fun. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, I love my job. I love it to death. I would do it forever if I made decent money. But I don't think it's ever going to happen there. So, I babbled on for quite a while. What am I at here? Like 12 minutes? Oh, that's not that bad after I edit it down. But actually, I was talking the entire time, so I don't know there'd be that much editing to do. So, I guess I'll go ahead and call it quits for the moment. I don't know, maybe I'll film 2 vlogs while I'm out riding today. Who knows? But anyway, that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you all for the well wishes. Everybody that said something when they heard I had the interview coming. I appreciate the positive reinforcement, guys. So, gentlemen, rubber side down, shiny side up. Peace.